Hello everyone, my name is Pliers or Pliers8 back with another Minecraft speedrunning video. In today's video, we'll be looking at my new RSG PB. This is a sub 25, which I'm extremely happy with. Even though it's not like top tier or anything, it's still a pretty nice run. I took a really long time to get this time, and I'm trying to get a sub 20 now because FSG is out and it's really nice. You can practice with FSG. And so this is just going to be an analysis of the run. Obviously, I did submit this to speedrun.com, but I do not know if it's been verified yet, so we'll have to see about that. And the unedited recording of this will be linked in the description as unlisted, so you can go check that out after this video if you're interested in seeing the uncut run. So here is the analysis of this run. So, this is a shipwreck that is really far away from the spawn island. It's kind of sad, to be fair, but it's kind of nice. You get exactly 7 iron, but so if there was like one less nugget, I probably would have killed this run, because even though it is a full shipwreck and you can get wood, not having 7 iron is pretty much a dead run if you're going to a shipwreck seed. And this shipwreck routing is actually pretty poor, and my crafting is pretty poor in this run. As you can see, I'm scuffing my boot crafting again. But yeah, so right here I decided to break the door instead of the crafting table. Don't know what I'm doing. So there are a lot of time saves, and I've been practicing FSG and been able to get quite a few sub 20s doing FSG, so I know I can get a sub 20 at some point. And I hope to get a better random seed run pretty soon, I hope. We get enough food in that food chest with a lot of rotten flesh, which, is really nice because that is enough for most of the run, but we are going to get some food later as well. And we're doing regular tool crafting here. We have to get stone from under the gravel because, again, we only got that 7 iron. We grab gravel for flint, and I get double flint here. Oh, this is also a glitch. I don't know why my command key is bugged sometimes, where I accidentally throw out both, even though I'm not holding command, which is a bit weird, but that does happen in this run. So I can fix it early, and I don't mess it up in the bastion with the piglins, because messing it up in the bastion with piglins is not good if you throw it all into the hole when you don't want to. So yeah, just grabbing all the other wood. This shipwreck is extremely slow, this split. We got in here at 1 minute, and it's like taking 2 minutes to route a shipwreck, which is horrible. You don't even usually have to route a shipwreck. They're usually that fast. But again, it does take a little bit longer because we do have to get the wood, and we didn't get the necessary 11 iron for all the tools. So, regular hypermodern stuff with doors and wood. And boat, sorry. And we're now looking for a enter. I decided to just go down into this ravine and see light coming from here, which means there is likely a lava pool, and there is. And you might notice here that I do not have water, which is a misplay. I should have definitely grabbed water before. And I block off this water source and then realize that I don't have water. So that's not fun. Another time save possibility here. This could have easily been to sub 23, I think, probably. This ends up being a 24:28, I think, in-game time. And the timer that you see on screen is the in-real-time timer, so you don't actually see the in-game time, but it's pretty close to the in-game time, I would say. Yeah, so crafting the portal here, I'm pretty good at crafting portals. I'm not really good at crafting portals, because I get a ton of glitch stuff here, and again, I don't know what I'm doing. I just glitched that as well, so I accidentally placed it in the wrong spot. I don't know why I said I'm good at portals. I'm not great at portals, but yeah. We're entering the nether here, sub 5, which is pretty good pace. I mean, if we're going for sub 30, that's pretty good pace. So we spawned in Soul Sand Valley, and I think I tried to learn Divine Travel right before this, and I'm like, oh, I'm pretty close to the 0-0 chunk, and I just like start running all the wrong directions, and then I realize that it's on this hill, the 0-0 chunk, and I waste a lot of time here as well. So instead, we're just going to leave the ghast and the skeleton behind and head over here because it's the only direction I can really run. And we decided to use a strat called E-Ray. E-Ray is scanning for entities around here, and I look that way and get a ton on my entity counter, so I decided to go this way. And right here, I see a bastion, like, right here, and I don't... Like, that's really good. A bastion this close to spawn in any run is really good, but it's pretty necessary if you want a sub-30 time. And I can see already that it's Hogland Stables, which is, like, my least favorite bastion. And I can tell that because there are 3 ramparts, and they're all quite nice. I know this is a good gap side of the ramparts because I see gold blocks, and yeah, I can see gold blocks, so I know this is a good side rampart. And so I routed it from the bottom, and this piglin pit that I use is one that I saw by 11 billion. So we're going to just set it up here, and we block this off, and hope to get a lot of piglins, and I do not get a lot of piglins in this run, I don't think. You can get, I get probably about 6, which is pretty average for stables, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I played this bastion. It could have been faster, but I really hate stables, so I don't know. I'm just not good at routing stables. Yeah, I'm pretty good at routing the other bastions, but stables is just horrible. And so we mine these gold blocks and just chuck them in here, and I accidentally fall in, so that's not not preferable. And they're still mad at me, so I'm freaking out. Actually, yeah, they're probably still mad at me. And then I pick up all the gold, which is not good again, so I have to toss it back in. It's just another time loss, but it's manageable. We're not going for God World Records pace at this point, so nothing I can do. So we're going up to the top of the ramparts to get the obsidian chests, and are hoping for obsidian chests because they're not always guaranteed. I see that this is a triple chest rampart, so I route up to the triple chest in the top. So yeah, a lot of left turns. And there's no piglins up here. So, actually, there are tons of piglins, and I only brought 5 gold. So, we are gonna do this strat, where we just dig ourselves under the chest to get the obsidian. And there's a ton of obsidian in that chest, so we don't even have to check any of the others. And it's really nice. And you also may notice that we don't have enough wood, but that is completely fine because we are going to a crimson biome after this. So, yeah. Also, the fortress that I'm going to is, like, really far away, so I'm actually gonna speed that up as well, the, routing to the fortress, because I was almost gonna kill this run. It took a little bit too long to find the fortress, but I probably would have killed the run if I didn't see the fortress when I saw it, and, yeah. I see a ton of pearl trades here, which is really nice, that allows me to find the fortress as quickly as possible, even though I didn't find it that quickly. I throw them more gold, and then hop in to see that I have all the stuff I need, and I'm out at the 850 mark, except I decide to stand here for fire res. Right, I need fire res. And so I jump back in one last time, and I am leaving. Yes, I am leaving. Okay. So, leaving at the 9:08 mark, which is pretty good. I mean, for sub 30 time, it's pretty good, but yeah, I'm speeding this up. So, I'll see you on the other side. So after that short sped up section, or you could call it a time lapse if you want to, we got a lot of food, which is really nice while we were locating the fortress. This fortress is actually pretty far from the bastion, even though it's a PB run. It is pretty far, and it did take me 3 minutes to find. 3 minutes is kind of vague, as I did spend a lot of time getting food and collecting wood, as you can see here. But yeah, I don't pearl up here. Kind of a misplay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't confident in it at the time. So we pillar up instead. And we're now going to try and locate the blaze spawners at the 12:30 mark. And this fortress, I could not find the blaze spawners for super long. It took me like 2 to 3 minutes to find these blaze spawners, which shouldn't have taken me that long too. Is kind of sad. We crafted mushroom stews after we got a lot of mushrooms in that time lapse. And we're locating the blaze spawners. And I cannot find this. We're taking every wrong turn. And it's just a nightmare. I mean, we've already doubled back like 3 times now. And we use this gravel trick. That's why I keep my gravel, is to do the head hitter jumps in the nether fortress. And we're killing some stray blazes, but it's not really giving us enough drops. Stray blazes never give enough drops. So, really looking for the blaze spawners, but cannot find them. Even more stray blazes here. And we are going to pearl over to this end of this fortress here, but I do not know how to get here from the other part of the fortress, so I'm not even sure if this is the same fortress. But cords tell me that it likely is. I mean, we're pretty far into this quadrant, so I assume it's the same fortress. I almost die here because my fire res has ran out, but I have mushroom stew, I can heal up. And so we are healing up here before we clear out the blaze spawner. And my rod rates in this were not that great. You can count in the comments if you want. But yeah, blazes were not that good in this. I mean, I see another blaze spawner all the way down down that hallway. But I decided not to go for it because, well, there's a blaze spawner right here and I haven't cleared it out. And it's good so I can just like get these spawns here. And the actual spawn rates weren't garbage. They weren't great, but they were pretty average, I would say. And our rods here are half decent. We have 5, I think. Yep. So doing some inventory management, which is really key in these runs. I have horrible inventory management a lot of times. You saw that even in the time lapse. Me collecting mushrooms with a full inventory. Yeah, so these blazes were really cooperative. I got 6 rods there, and then I decided to head over to the other spawner because I thought it was going to give me an insta-spawn, because I had not activated it yet. So I thought that it was going to give me a spawn immediately if I went over here, but that was not the case. I activate it here, and I just don't get a spawn. And, I mean, I suppose it could have been behind the spawner, but I don't think so, and I just don't get a spawn. Which kind of sucks. I probably should have stayed at the other one. And this is kind of a time save, but it allows me to craft some more stew. And I probably should have crafted some wool here and some beds, but I don't. I decided to clear out the spawner instead. And so this is going to be our last round of blazes. And before we head off to the blind travel spot, we have 7 rods, and we are out at the 16:30 mark, which is pretty good pace. We're relying on a good blind travel at this point if we want sub 25. Well, I mean, yeah, you're always relying on a good blind travel in these runs. If you have a 2,000 block blind travel, the run is almost certainly dead at that point. But yeah, so I'm just going to speed up this travel to this blind travel location because it takes a little bit. It's probably around 2 or 3 minutes. And so, yeah. so another time lapse later, we are crafting our blind travel portal at the 19-minute mark. It's fine pace, I mean, that's pretty good. We're going for sub 25, and we need a half decent blind travel, which we get. It's actually a pretty good blind travel, actually. And so we are blinding, and I do some more bad inventory management here. We craft our beds here because I do not like crafting my beds in the end because I am very good at missing the dragon perch, so didn't want to do that in this run because it's on pretty good pace. And, well, yeah, I just didn't want to miss the perch. That's pretty much why I'm crafting my beds here. And I craft half my rods into, or half my blaze powder into Eyes of Ender, and we even have extras so we can be fine if 2 of them break. And this side goes backwards, and I don't get the angle here, which is kind of bad. So I end up going off angle and throwing like 3 more eyes than I actually need to, which isn't very good. And so, yeah, just traveling with the boat. Again, boating is always faster than walking, but yeah, this next minute is kind of really bad. I should really see that I have a lava bucket in my inventory and realize that I should probably change that out for water. I mean, it can save you in the dragon fight if the dragon pops you up into the air, and especially if you're on decent pace, you should obviously do that because it could very well kill a run if you can't MLG in the end. So. And I go far off angle here to triangulate. I really shouldn't be going this far either. And when I throw this eye, it goes hard to the right. And so I know it's like really close. It's just like a 100 to 200 block blind travel, which is really good. And I went off angle, so I think it's like this chunk or maybe even the next chunk over when I throw this eye. And it goes that way. And so I think, oh, it's this chunk, right? And I make sure by throwing one last eye, and we're going to do that at the top of this hill here, just to make sure which chunk it's in. And yeah, right here. And nope, I went off angle, and it's even further. So that really took me by surprise there. The eye breaks, no big deal. We have 14 blaze powder and 15 ender pearls, so it's good. And it's this chunk, so we're digging down on 4-4. Here's where I realize that I have lava instead of water. So I get rid of the lava for no good reason, run over there. I don't know why I did that. But we are digging on 2-3, which is fine. You're going to get into the starter staircase at 2-3 as well. And so we are digging down. And again, I don't have water, so I can't MOG, but that's fine. We're digging down on 2-3, which is, I think, in the wall of the starter staircase, which is perfect. We don't take any fall damage. And so yeah, this stronghold is actually really confusing, and you'll see that in a second. Yeah, I mined through into the wall of the starter staircase. Yeah, so this stronghold is very confusing. Look at how many bisecting caves there are throughout this stronghold. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm like confused as to where to go here. I'm like doubling back and looking around wrong turns. And so obviously I can definitely have made this a sub 22 run, probably. With all the time saves in this run, if I had run this seed perfectly, I probably could have gotten somewhere around a sub 20. Or not sub 20, sorry, sub 22. Because I had a lot of time save possibilities in this run, and yeah, it's just kind of not, not a good showing. And I get beaten to death by mobs here as well. Creepers and zombies everywhere. And so I decided to take a right here, which is actually a brilliant play. Finding this end portal was kind of by luck. I didn't not know how I actually found this portal, but the stronghold was so like crazy that I guess it's by chance that I found it. And anyway, we have 3 extra ender pearls going into the end, and which is really nice. I always like having extra ender pearls for the end fight. And so here we go. We're entering the end at 23:37, which means we have a pretty fast end fight, which is always necessary in runs. So yeah. Setting up the dragon perch, and this is pretty standard stuff. I'm going to turn off my chunks and turn on my hitboxes, and we're waiting for the dragon to perch. And this is a 24:28, I think, in-game time. I'm not sure if I said that already. But, so, yeah, so it's gonna perch pretty soon. I don't think it perches here, but, yeah, it doesn't perch there. But, yeah. Just waiting on it to perch again. This is pretty fast still, though. And I think it does it right here. So, I pearl in, and, I'm gonna one-cycle the dragon. And I think I actually 5-bed this dragon, which is actually really good. I don't 5-bed in runs that often. At this point, at least. I can 5-bed the dragon now, I think, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah. This is going to be, the timer you see up in the corner is in real time, so 24:45 is the in real time. And I think my in-game time was 24:28:91. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe and share the video, and I'll see you next time with a Seed 2 video, possibly. Goodbye.